While we're waiting on the umpires to have the coaches reading real quick at the plate, so we have that, we'll get it started with the lineups in the national anthem. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, feel free to make your way over to the concession stand. It will be open all night. Thank you.
¿Qué pasó? Izar, ¿se ve bien esta o no?
gentlemen, introducing the Eagle Pass Eagles starting lineup. Batting first, number 8, David Hernandez. Left fielder, number 18, Alex Mayen. First baseman, number 19, Anthony Garcia. Shortstop, number 7, DJ Arnanda. Third base, number 15, Isaac Guerrero. Designated hitter, number 1, Jeremiah Silva. DH for number 9, Jose Romo pitching. In the 7th spot, catcher, number 12, Alex Ruiz. Number 2, playing right field, Jay Hopkins. And rounding out the ball on lineup, number 11, center fielder, Jesus Arama. If the reserves will please join them at the line. Leading off for the home team, Arizona Buffalo, number 22, Ryan Murray. Playing right field, DH is number 4, Tristan Esquivel. Shortstop, number 21, Zach Cardenas. Third base, number 5, Jacob Beniagua. First baseman, number 7, R.J. Grant. Catching, number 3, Aiden Gutierrez. Playing second base, number 11, Leighton Gossett. Center fielder, number 23, Trey Burton. Number 8 in pitching, Drew White. Playing left field, number 12, Jake Roos. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would please rise and look to center field. Let's play on.
Good afternoon, baseball fans, coming to you live from Jourdanton, Texas, in a bi-district matchup, Game 3 between Santa Clemens Buffaloes and your Eagle Pass Eagles. A game that a winner takes all and moves on. The winner will move on to in the playoffs, and the loser, unfortunately, would have to go home. And we're ready to go here. Leading off for the Eagles will be number 8. Ball high. David Hernandez batting. The Eagles, by way of coin toss, are the visiting team. So they bat first. That's ball 2. 2-0 the count to Hernandez, and Clemens will be the designated home team. Again, this is a Game 3 situation. Winner take all. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Hernandez. In there for a strike. Clemens won the first game 4-3, and Eagle Pass with a resounding victory yesterday at home, 10-1. So it's anyone's ball game in a Game 3. And here's a 2-1 pitch. Grounder to first, fielded by Grant, covers himself, and that's the first out here at the top of the first. And that'll bring up number 18 for the Eagle Pass Eagles.
Left fielder, number 18.
Alex Mayen. Again, the Eagles with a 10-1 victory last night with a resounding win. What was a very close game up into the 4th inning when the Eagles struck first and often. Here's the first pitch. That's going to be high, ball 1 to Mayen. The left fielder for Eagle Pass. And he'll be followed by first baseman Anthony Garcia. Here's the pitch. Foul ball out of play. Here's the pitch to Mayen. Just outside, ball. Two balls, 1 strike. There's the 2-1 pitch from White. And that's foul off. 2-2 the count. 1 away here in the top of the first, just underway from Jourdanton, Texas. A neutral site. Here's the pitch. Little grounder is going to be fielded by the shortstop on the first. And again, a mirror image of last night. The shortstop made a nice play, but his throw was off at first base, and the Eagles have the runner on now with 1 away, and that'll bring up Anthony Garcia. So again, this was the same thing that happened to the Buffaloes last night. Errors, and the Eagles capitalized on them, and the Buffalo coach is having a discussion with the umpire. And I don't know what it's about, but we're ready to play. And just like last night, the Clemens Buffalo manager was having discussions with the umpire constantly, and he starts out the same way today. And that situation's fixed. We're ready to go again. Runner on first for the Eagles. Anthony Garcia, the first baseman, up to bat. Here's the first pitch to Garcia. That's going to be high, ball 1. 1-0 the count to Garcia. Runner on first. With Aranda on deck. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Throw over to first. Not in time. Safe at first. And time is called by the umpire. Now he's ready to go. He was doing some house maintenance. Here's the pitch from White to Garcia. Pitcher checks the runner at first. And there for a strike. 2-1 the count. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 away. Runner on first. Top of the first inning. Just underway from Jourdanton, Texas. Home of the Jourdanton Indians. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Hard hit ball to left field, and it's going to fall in for a single. The runner is on first and second now for Aranda coming to bat for Eagle Pass. Nice solid stroke by Garcia. DJ Aranda. And time being called by the Buffalo's catcher to talk to his pitcher. And on deck is Isaac Guerrero, the third baseman for Eagle Pass. But on the left hitting batter steps in. Bats from the left side. Here's the pitch. Looks at strike one. 0-1 the count. Again, Eagles last night with runners on were very aggressive, but I don't think they will be this early in the ball game. Runners on first and second, 1 out. 0-1 pitch to Aranda. Pitcher checks the runner at second. Here's the pitch. In there for strike 2. 0-2 the count. Aranda in the hole. 0-2. White gets his sign, comes set. Here's the pitch. High, ball 1, 1-2 the count. 1 away. Nice breeze here in Jourdanton. Completely different from Eagle Pass yesterday. Chilly night. But if you like Texas weather, you gotta love this. And Aranda calls for time. Pitcher was taking too long. Aranda steps back in the box. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Aranda. High, ball 2, 2-2 the count. So count goes 2-2, 1 away. Runners on first and second for Eagle Pass here. Again, in the top of the first, we're just underway. Eagles trying to strike first. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Hard hit ball, just foul. Count remains 1-2. That would have at least scored 1 for sure. Just foul over the first baseline. He was able to pull that pitch. The pitcher White, not overpowering, but has a lot of movement on his ball. So these Eagles should be able to hit him. Aranda gets set. White comes set. Looks at his runner at second. Here's the pitch. And that's hit sky high in the left fielder. Left fielder goes back to his right and makes the catch. Aranda gave it a ride. The left fielder had to travel a long way to make that catch, but it's an out. And now there's 2 away with runners on first and second. Aranda just missed taking that ball out of here. got under it a little bit, but still gave it a good ride. Left field's about 320. I'm thinking the ball went about 315. It almost took it out of here. Now to bat is Guerrero, the third baseman for Eagle Pass. Ball 1 to Guerrero. Didn't make the pitch, so stepped off. Again, 2 outs, runners still on first and second. So take base hit by Guerrero to keep this inning going. That's going to be high, ball 2. 2 balls. Right comes that. Looks in. Here's the pitch. It took something off. A little roll to the shortstop. Fielded on the second. Just in time. A lot closer than it should have been, but it was in time. And that's the third out at the top of the first. We go to the middle of the first. 0-0. The Buffaloes coming up to bat. So here we go, bottom of the first inning. Jose Romo on the mound for Eagle Pass, and as last night, Alex Reese behind the plate. Due up first for the Buffaloes will be number 22, Ryan Murray, the right fielder.
Right fielder, number 22, Ryan Murray.
And last night, these Buffaloes were pretty much shut down by Aquiles Garcia, who pitched a complete game, giving up 1 run on a 3-hit outing. So it's going to be up to the rest of this pitching staff for the Eagles to close the deal here. Here's the first pitch by Romo. And their first strike. Speaking to Coach Mendoza before the game, he said, all my pitchers are available except for Aquiles. So he's got a deep bullpen and not afraid to make changes, especially in the game 3. That's going to be strike 2. Romo quickly ahead, 0-2 here. Pitch at the knees. Here comes the 0-2 pitch from Romo. Swing and a miss. Reese can't find the ball, and runner, the batter's going to be safe. A strikeout, but Reese couldn't handle the ball and couldn't find it after he dropped it. So there was no play at first. So it's a strikeout, but the runner's going to be safe at first, the batter, because again, on a strike 3 and catcher drops the ball, it's a live ball and Reese couldn't find it to throw down the first, and now you have a runner on first with no outs. Up to bat for the Buffaloes is number 4. Here's the Romo pitch from Romo, outside, low, ball 1. Christian Esquivel batting for the Buffaloes. And the Buffaloes do like running, so I would watch the runner on first here. And he's going, and that's going to be a high fly ball to left field. And it's going to be caught in left field by the Eagles. That'll be the first out. Runner returns back to first. So there's one away here. And that'll bring up the shortstop for the Buffaloes, number 21. J.K. Cantu. Change of the lineup. Cantu did not play last night, but he's in the starting lineup today. Romo checks the runner at first. Here's the pitch. This will be high, ball 1. 1-0 the count. One ball, no strikes. One away, runner on first. Bottom of the first, 0-0 is the score. Romo goes over the first, runner back in time. Just trying to keep him close. And again, the Buffaloes are very aggressive when they're on base. Romo comes set. Here's the pitch. Inside, ball 2. Two and 0 the count. Romo taking his time, looks over the first. There's the pitch. Hard hit, but foul. There's strike. Two and 1 the count. Romo comes set, gets a sign from Reese. Checks the runner at first. And there for a strike. Perfect pitch. Little outside and at the knees. Count goes to 2-2. That pitch had a little bit of giddy up on it. The catcher for the Eagles, Reese, shook his hand after that one. He came with an extra heat on that. There's the 2-2 pitch. And that ball's hit hard. That's going to be in the right field for a hit. Runner goes to third, and he's going to be safe at third. Runners on the corner, first and third after a solid hit by the Buffaloes. So with one away, you now have runners on first and third. And that'll bring up Panjawa for the Buffaloes. For the Buffaloes in a good situation here with runners on the corner, one away. Infield's playing at their regular spots. Not the corners are not in. Middle infield at double play depth. Panyala stands in. Romo gets his sign. Romo again taking his time, getting the sign. Here's the first pitch to Panyala. So there for a strike. 0-1 the count. Romo gets ready. There's the 0-1 pitch. Romo steps off. Runners up first and third. Buffaloes might run on. Might send the runner from first to get the runner of third home. Here's the pitch. Hard hit ball to third. Out at second and time. Out at first and time. That's a double play turned by the Eagles. Saving a run. Nice play by Aranda. He's able to field, flip to second, and then on to first. And that's 3 outs. Going to the top of the second. Score remains. Great due to great defense from the Eagles. 0-0. Second in a scoreless ball game. Eagles up to bat. They'll send up first. Number 1 for Eagle Pass, Jeremiah Silva. He'll be followed by the catcher, number 12, Alex Lee. So the Eagles avoid getting out of the first without giving up on a run due to a great pitch by Romo and a nice play by Aranda at shortstop to start the double play and get out the inning with no runs scored. So now Eagles up to bat here in the top of the second, 0-0. Silva steps in. White comes with the delivery. In there for a strike, 0-1 the count. Again, not an overpowering pitcher, but he has a lot of movement on his ball and also can hit his spots very well. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Silva. And that's strike 2, 0-2 the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Just misses. Ball 1, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Silva. that's going to be a fly ball and foul territory. First base side and caught. Grant, the first baseman for the Buffaloes, makes the catch and foul territory for the first out. That'll bring up Alex Reeves, followed by Hawkins. Alex last night threatened with the homer, but with the wind blowing the way it was, it died in right field, but he has the power to take it out. There's the first pitch to Alex. Called strike. 0-1 the count. Here's a 0-1 pitch from White to Reese. That's going to be a hard hit ball into center field for a single. Take this time to let you know you can tune in on 92.7 KINL to hear the game, or if you want to watch it live, go over to YouTube, type in EPISD iVision, and you can watch the game live there. And if you haven't seen an iVision game, with all the camera views they have, you'll be surprised. It's a professional game that they are able to put on with all their camera views. Again, thanks iVision for partnering with KNL to bring you this game live. Haka stands in with Reese over at first. Here's the first pitch. Outside, ball one. 1-0 the count. On deck for the Eagles is the left fielder, Jesus Badwa. Here's the 1-0 pitch. In there for a strike. 1-1 the count. Eagles with runners in the first and here in the second as well. I have nothing to show for it yet, but it's early. Here's a 1-1 pitch to Hawkins. Just cut the corner. 1-2 the count. So Hawkins finds himself in a hole here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. White taking his time on the mound. Looks over at first. Long look at first. Throw over to first. Not in time. Runner back. There's the 1-2 pitch to Hawkins. Again, White concerned with the runner at first base, Reese. Here's the pitch. And it's going to be a ground ball. Just foul. Just foul by inches down the third base line. That would have went to the wall at least. But it was called foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The count remains the same. One away here in the top of the second. Runner on. Reese got over the single. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And that's strike 3 on Hawkins. That'll be the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up again the left fielder, Jesus Badwa, with 2 outs. Runner still on first. Badwa ready. White again, very concerned with that runner at first. Runner goes and he's safe. Nice. Hey there. By the 10th runner for the Eagles. Able to slide around the tag. So now a runner in score position for Eagle Pass. 2 away, top of the second, no score. Here's the pitch. Squares the bunt, misses. So that's a second strike. 0-2 the count on the hitter, Radva. He wasn't looking to advance the runner. He was looking to get a base hit there, as he did last night as well. Again, Eagles, when they have runners on base, they put the pressure on. Here's the pitch. High ball, 1-2 the count. Coach Mendoza known for that, being very aggressive on the base pads. With 2 outs, trying to manufacture a run here. Here's the 1-2 pitch. High ball, 2-2 the count. Two balls, 2 strikes. Runner at second, 2 outs. Top of the second inning. Here's the 2-2 pitch from White. Swing and a miss, and that'll be the 3rd out here in the top of the second. A swing and a miss, and Eagles leave a runner on second. So we go to the bottom of the second, still 0-0. So here we go. Bottom of the second inning, 0-0 is the score. R.J. Grant up to bat for the Buffaloes. Romo able to get out of a little bit of a jam in the bottom of the first, leaving runners stranded on the corner with 1 away. Eagle Pass able to turn a ending double play. So here we go with Grant now, the first baseman for the Buffaloes. Here's the pitch to Romo. That's going to be low. Ball 1-0 the count. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Inside, ball 2-0 the count. Two balls, no strikes. Bottom of the second inning, 0-0 the score. Here's the 2-0 pitch from Romo. That's going to be high, ball 3-0 the count. There's the 3-0 pitch by Romo. Low, ball 4, so Grant gets walked on 4 straight pitches. So the Buffaloes get their leadoff runner on first. Just like the first inning, they were able to get their leadoff runner on, but got nothing out of it. I'm pretty sure Grant's going to be going here. And Coach Mendoza's going to call time to go talk to his pitcher. Again, thank you for joining us on 92.7 KNL. And again, if you want to watch the game live, go over to YouTube, type in EPISD iVision, and you can see the game live. It'll be just like being at the game the way they present their games. Again, thank you to Eagle Pass School District administrators and Coach Eric Villaseñor for bringing you this game. Umpire walking out to the mound to break up the meeting. Coach Mendoza a little bit frustrated with his pitcher, telling him not to locate his pitches, just to throw them. Trying to be too fine with his pitches. Meeting broken up, and now we're ready to go. Again, runner on first, no outs due to a 4-pitch walk by Romo. Let's see if he can bounce back from that. Romo's on, gets ready, gets his signed. Checks his runner at first. And here's the pitch. Go again, ball 1-0 the count. 1 ball, no strikes. So that's 5 straight balls from Romo. Having a little difficulty finding the strike zone this inning. Looks over at Grant at first. Here's the pitch. That's going to be fouled straight back. 1-1 the count. There's a 1-1 pitch. Eagle middle infield at double play depth. Outfield playing straight away. Romo steps off. Checks the runner at first. Runner squares the butt, but he's not going to bunt. It's a hit and run all the way. Ball goes in the right field. And that's going to be a single run. Grant holds a second. So now you have runners at first and second with nobody out. And they're going to bring it up number 11. Leighton Dorsett, the second baseman. We're going to have a courtesy runner for the Buffaloes at first. So you have runners at first and second. Nobody out here in the bottom of the second for the Buffaloes. Reese calls time to go talk to his pitcher again. So again, Romo finding himself in a little bit of a jam here. First and second, nobody out. No score. Bottom of the second inning. Dorsett steps in. Romo steps off. Guerrero gives a sign from third base. Garcia first in on the grass. There's the pitch. Scores the bunt. Misses the bunt. So they got the runner at second in the run down, and he's going to be out. Nice play by Alex Reese and Aranda. And they're looking for a double. Oh, he went over. I'm thinking they're saying the batter did not offer at the bunt, but you can hear from the crowd, he was over the plate, way out in front. So it's all settled now. 0-1 the count. With the lead runner, Grant, is out at second base, caught in a rundown on a nice throw by catcher Alex Reese for Eagle pass. Runner on first, Dorsett on first. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be a ball in the left field. And again, you're going to have runners on first and second with one away. And that'll bring up the center fielder for the Buffaloes, number 23, Trey Burton. A tall, lengthy, left-hitting batter. Third base even with the bag. Garcia first playing behind the bag. Middle infield at double play depth again. Romo looks at his runner at second. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball one. 1-0 the count. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1 the count. One ball, one strike. Romo taking his time, gets a sign, checks the runner at second. There's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Romo threw that one right by him. It seems like when Romo just rears back and throws, he's going to throw for strikes. Not trying to be too fine with his pitches. Just rears back and lets it rip. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the batter now. Runners on first and second. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Throw over to second. Not in time. Runner back. Keep trying to keep him close. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Strike 3, a swing and a miss, and that's the second out of the inning. So again, and they called a balk. So now the runners get to advance, and the batter gets one more shot at it. A balk called on Romo. So now you have runners at first and third. Still 2 strikes, 1 away. So a balk was called on Romo, and that allowed the runners to move up a base and gave the batter another shot at it. So here we go again. 1-2 count to the batter. 1 away. Runners at second and third now. Romo trying to get out of another jam here. And the bottom of the second. 0-0 the score. And the same result. A swing and a miss. And that's a second out. And that's going to bring up number 8 for the Buffaloes. Drew White, the opposing pitcher, trying to help his cause here with 2 outs, runners on second and third. Runner second, third. 2 away. Romo looks in, gets his sign. Here's the pitch. Took something off of that one. White looking for a fastball. Romo throws him a curve, and 0-1 the count. Oh, 1 to White. Romo again looks in, taking his time. Now he comes set. Here's the 0-1 pitch. just high. 1-1 the count. Here's a 1-1 pitch. Romo comes set. And that's a hard hit ball to center field. Over and under. That's going to score one. Here comes the second runner, and he holds at third. So the Buffaloes are going to take the lead 1-0. On a 2-out single by White, helping his own cause. So in the bottom of the second, the Buffaloes get on top first, 1-0. And that'll bring up right fielder Murray. Runners on the corner, again with 2 outs. Buffalo's just going on top, 1-0. Reed steps out from behind the plate to call his defensive setup. Murray, a left-hand hitting batter. Romo comes set, gets his sign, checks the runner at first. There's the first pitch to Murray. High, ball 1, 1-0 the count. One ball, no strikes. And there for a strike. 1-1 the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Again, the Buffaloes just going up, scoring first. 1-0 is the score right now, the bottom of the second. Romo taking his time, trying to be very deliberate with his pitch selection. There's the pitch, and that's going to be foul. Back for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Looking to get out of this inning with no more damage done. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Romo looks over at first. There's the pitch. Took something off speed and a base hit. And that's going to score another run for the Buffalo. That's 2-0 now. Romo threw him an off-speed pitch, and the batter with an excellent piece of hitting just sat back a little bit longer, then just flicked his bat out there and got a single in the left field. And it's 2-0 now. With runner at second and first.
Hey, let's go, boys. Let's get out of this one. Let's go.
And that'll bring up number 4 for the Buffaloes. Oh, ball 1, 1-0 the count. There's the 1-0 pitch. And that's a solid hit, and that's up the middle for a base hit. Runner around third, throw home, not in time. That'll be safe at home. Runner advances to third, and just like that, it's 3-0. I think Coach Mendoza has seen enough. He's going to call time. So 3 solid hits back to back to back by the Buffaloes are put them up 3-0 here in the bottom of the second. And it looks like we're going to have a pitching change. Mendoza walks out to the mound, and we are going to have pitching change, so we'll be right back. And now for the Eagle Pass Eagles, is number 17. Coming in with 2 outs, runners on second and third. The Buffaloes have already scored 3 runs here in the bottom of the second. And the thing about it is they've done it with 2 outs. So the Eagles are unable to get the third out, and that's Buffaloes to go up 3-0. Here's the pitch. That's going to be there for a strike. Oh,
batting shortstop. Cardenas.
and Cardenas, a switch hitting batter for the Buffaloes. Now he's batting from the right side. First time up batted from the left side. Here's the 0-1 pitch. It's a ground ball over to second base. Fielded on the first in time. And the third out. And the Eagles go into the top of the third, now looking at a 3-0 deficit. So the need to get their bats going, are still early in the ball game, and they're very capable of putting 3 on the board. So we'll be right back with the Eagles coming up in the top of the third. Runners on the first 2 innings, but have nothing to show for it. So it's not like they're being shut down by this pitcher. It's just they're not getting the timely hits they need right now. So Hernandez will step in, trying to get something going here in the top of the third. A lot of ball game left, trailing 3-0. Here's a 3-0 pitch. In there for a strike. 0-1 the count.
Here we go, David!
It just takes 1 base hit to get these bats going, so Hernandez is going to be the first one to try to get something going here. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's going to be high. Ball 1, 1-1 the count. There's the 1-1 pitch to David. That's going to be a hard hit ball right at Grant, who made a leap and catch for the first out. That ball was drilled by Hernandez, but Grant climbed the ladder and was able to make a nice catch at first base. I don't know if he caught the ball or the ball caught him, but it is the first out at the top of the third. And that'll bring up number 18, Mayen. First pitch is a strike.
Number 18, Alex Mayen.
He'll be followed by Anthony Garcia. Oh, and 1 the count to Mayen. And that's going to be fouled out of play. 0-2 the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swings at a high ball. Count remains 0-2, trying to protect the plate. Again, Eagles down 3-0 now. After the Buffaloes get 3 in the bottom of the second. Oh, ball 1, 1-2 the count. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 away. Top of the third inning, 3-0 the score. Buffalo's up. And that's going to be a little chopper to third base. Picked up by a third baseman on the first in time. And that'll be the second out of the inning. And that'll bring up the first baseman for Eagle Pass. Anthony Garcia. So quickly, 2 up, 2 down here, on top of the third inning. You got Aranda on deck. A big swing. Comes up short. 0-1 the count. No balls, 1 strike. Garcia trying to get the Eagles on the scoreboard with 1 swing. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Another big cut. 0-2 the count. If I was him, I'd be looking for something off speed here because he's throwing him 2 consecutive fastballs. But again, you don't want to speed up his bat. White looks in, takes extra time, catcher set. Here's the pitch. And he did. He pulled the string on it, and that's going to be a strikeout. And out number 3 in the top of the third. We go to the bottom of the third. Buffaloes 3, Eagles 0. Been there for a strike. 1-1 the count. There's the 1-1 pitch. In there for strike 2. Nice curveball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. With R.J. Grant up for the Buffaloes in the on-deck circle. Here's the pitch. Foul tip, able to stay alive. Count remains 1-2. There's the 1-2 pitch from the Orioles. right at the knees. Called ball, but it was right at the knees. Count goes to 2-2 now. Here's the pitch. That's going to be way high. Now the count runs full. The Royals has to can't give up 3 bases here. Needs to come after his batter. Here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, had him way out in front, and that's going to be the first out. And that's going to bring up Grant. Had Panjawa totally confused on that last pitch. So Grant steps in now. Struck out his first time up, but due to the drop ball by the catcher, he was able to reach first. Raider came around and scored. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Grant. And that he went. That's strike 2. 0-2 the count. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Grant. Nice play by Reese. Count goes to 1-2 now. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 away. Bottom of the 3rd inning. Buffalo's up 3-0. And that's a hard hit ball. Over to second, on to first, and tie for the second out of the inning.
Number 3, catcher, Aiden Gutierrez.
Hernandez over there making a nice play at second. And that'll bring up Hernandez for the Buffaloes here with 2 outs in the bottom of 3rd. There's the pitch from the Orioles. That's going to be foul. 0-1 the count. Here's the 0-1 pitch from the Orioles. High, ball 1. 1-1 the count. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Low, ball 2. 2-1 the count. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Again, low, ball 3. 3-1 the count. And there for a strike. That's going to run the count to full. The count, 2 outs, bottom of the 3rd. Eagles trail 3-0 here. Time being called by Reese behind the plate. Now he's ready. There's a 3-2 pitch. Fouled straight back again. Count remains full. Here's the payoff pitch. And that's a swing and a miss. And that's going to be the third out. In the bottom of the third, Eagles giving up nothing. Go to the top of the fourth. Looking to get those bats going. Samuel Clemens, 3. Your Eagle Pass, Eagles, nothing. So here we go. Top of the fourth inning. Eagles down 1-0 with DJ Aranda starting it off. He'll be followed by Isaac Guerrero, then Jeremiah Silva. So the Eagles need to get something going here. This is usually the type of the game they start putting stuff together. And with Aranda leading off, here's the first pitch to Aranda. That's ball 1, low and inside. 1-0 the count. One ball, no strikes. And that ball's drilled, going back, and it hits in right field at the fence. Aranda going to second, around second, on his way to third. And he's going to slide in with a triple. And just like I said, Aranda's usually the table setter and the captain of this Eagle team, and he's able to get things going here in the top of the fourth with a triple. And that's going to bring up third baseman Guerrero. Aranda got all of that pitch, drove it to right field, off the wall. So out, the Eagles are in good shape here. Still need a couple more base runners, a couple more hits. Guerrero steps in. Here's the first pitch. And that ball's drilled just foul down the third base line. He had something behind that swing. Just foul though. 0-1 the count to Guerrero. No balls, 1 strike. There's the 1-0 pitch. 0-1, excuse me. Outside, ball 1, 1-1 the count. There's a 1-1 pitch to Guerrero. And he's going to lift that one up first base. And caught by Grant behind first base. That'll be the first out. And that'll bring up Silva for the Eagles, followed by Alex Reese. Eagles need to get at least one here. Cedar steps in. Righty on righty here. Here's the first pitch to Cedar by White. And fouled straight back. One ball, one strike. 0-1 the count. Let's see if Coach Mendoza puts something in play here to get that runner home from third. Third baseman playing in on the grass. First baseman playing behind first. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's going to be high. Ball. 1-1 the count. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Squares the bunt, puts it down. Runner breaks home, and he's going to be safe. And Anda with the perfect slide, able to slide around the tag. It looked like he was pretty much dead to rights at home, but he's able to slide around the tag and score. That'll make it 3-1. Cedar safe at first, and that'll bring the tying run in the form of Alex Reese to the plate with Huckers on deck. Scored now 3-1 here in the top of the fourth. The Eagles able to break through. Again, we know Alex has the power to take it out of here, but a base hit would do just as well. Reese steps in. Cedar at first. Throw over to first, not in time, runner back. White looks in, checks the runner at first. Cedar with speed at first. Let's see if Coach Mendoza puts him in motion. High ball, 1-0 the count. One ball, no strikes. Again, thank you for joining us on 92.7 KNL. And if you want to watch this game live, flip over to YouTube, type in EPISD iVision. You can watch the game live here. A very exciting game 3. Winner take all. Loser is done for the season. Here's the pitch. That's going to be high. 2-0 the count. 2 balls, no strikes to Reese. Again, Hawkins on deck. No action in the Buffalo bullpen. Throw over to first. Not in time. Runner back. Trying to catch Silva sleeping over there, but he's awake. Able to get back easily both times. Silva again with a nice lead at first base. White keeps looking over there. There's the pitch. And Reese swings, and it's out of base. That'll be a strike. 2-1 the count, foul ball. Why again, looking over at first. Here's the pitch to Reese. That's going to be low. Ball 3, 3-1 the count. So let's see if Coach Mendoza gives Reese the green light here on a 3-1 count. 1 away, runner at first. 1 run early in for Eagle Pass, trailing now 3-1. And there is some action in the Buffalo bullpen. White again, looking at first. Comes set. Here's the pitch to Reese. And that's a hard hit ball. Just fouled down the first base line. And that's going to run the count full. 3-2. Again, Reese smoked that ball, but just foul. If it would have stayed fair, that would have scored Silva from first. So now we got a full count here. A very important at bat for the Eagles with one away and one run in, runner on first. Reese ready. Here's the pitch. And he's going to fly it straight up in the air. Third baseman gives chase and foul territory. Makes the catch. And that one hurts. That's going to be 2 outs now with Hawkins up. And Jay Hawkins coming up to bat now. So Hawkins is going to have to do something here to keep this inning going. Here's the pitch to Hawkins. Again, throw over to first, not in time. See if I'm able to get back. Hawkins ready. White looks over at first again. Now he steps off. So he's really concerned about Caesar at first base. With 2 outs, he should be just focused on the batter. But he's really concerned about Caesar. I can see if Coach Mendoza put Caesar in motion. That's going to be high. Ball 1. 1-0 the count. Three-one ball game, 2 outs. And that's going to be skied out of play. 1-1 the count. Looking for a level sweep from here, from Hawkins here. Last time swung up and popped it up, but luckily out of play. And that's on the ground and fielded by the second baseman on the short for the 3rd out. But the Eagles get 1 back, and we go to the bottom of the 4th. Eagles down, 3-1.
Close, number 11, second baseman, Layden Dossett.
Here we go. Bottom of the 4th. Nate up the bat for the Buffaloes. DeHoyle still on the mound for the Eagles. Here's the first pitch. Ball 1. 1-0 the count. One ball, no strike. 3-1 ball game. Eagles down by 2. That's in there right at the letters for a strike. 1-1 the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Low, ball 2. 2-1 to count. Two balls, 1 strike. The 8 set for the Buffaloes. Doyle's comes set, gets his sign. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be fouled straight back. 2-2 to count. Two balls, 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2 pitch. High. Ball 3. 3-2 the count. Back, able to stay alive. Count remains full, 3-2. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Just misses, I'm guessing, inside. That's going to be a leadoff walk for the Buffaloes. I'm going to bring up number 23 for the Buffaloes. Bertram was strikeout victim his last time up. No outs here. Bottom of the 4th. Eagles down 3-1 now. They're 8 in the ball game, so they can't afford to be giving up runs. It's a bunt, and the Orioles let it go by. Guerrero came in late, took a bad angle, and that's going to be a bunt for a base hit. Now you got runners on first and second with nobody out. And Coach Mendoza's going to call time here and go talk to his pitcher. Let's see if he's going to make a change. The Orioles, for some reason, just let the ball go by, and Guerrero took a weird angle to the ball that went between them. And that's a base hit, and we are going to have a pitcher change. So the Orioles comes out pitching a good, nice 2 innings, giving up nothing. And we're going to have a new pitcher for Eagle Pass. Number 8. David Hernandez is going to take the mound. He's going to let him warm up, and we'll be right back. Moves on, and the loser, unfortunately, it's the end of their season. Hernandez comes set, gets a sign from Reese behind the plate. Here's the pitch. Eagles expecting bunt. Pitch called strike.
Now batting number 8, pitcher Drew White.
And White with a solid single, his last time up. But with no outs, runners on first and second, you want to do everything you can to advance these runners with nobody out. 0-1 the count to White. Hernandez takes a long time, checks the runner at second, and now the Eagles charge. And just barely back at second base. Nice pickoff move by Hernandez, but the runner able to get back. So the Eagles fully expect a bunt here, which 9 times out of 10 you would try to do, but like I said, White with a solid single his last time at bat. So even a hit and run might be on. And that's going to be a ball. Again, Hernandez comes set. Now he steps off. Getting a signal from third baseman Guerrero. Again, the Eagles are in motion. And there again, a base hit. And Buffalo's able to hit into the shift. They hit right to shortstop, but Aranda had went over to cover third. And that's going to be a hit. That's going to load the bases now with nobody out. So now you have bases loaded, nobody out. Eagles down 3-1.
Right fielder number 22, Ryan Murray.
That'll bring up the right fielder, number 22, Ryan Murray. Let's see if the Eagles play it or they play a double play depth. No, they're playing a double play depth. The first and third baseman are in on the grass, but they're not drastically in. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike. 0-1 the count. Well, the Eagles find themselves in a big jam here. Bases loaded, nobody out, trailing 3-1. Here's a 3-1 pitch. That's low. Ball 1-1 the count. One ball, one strike. There's the 1-1 pitch. And that's going to be hit straight up in the air towards third base and out of play. Count goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes. There's the 1-2 pitch. Looking for an out. Any way they can get it here. Low, ball 2. 2-2 the count. Nice stop by catcher Alex Reese. That ball was rolling in the dirt, but Reese able to block it. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Melendez. And that one's skied but foul. Count remains 2-2. Nice battle between Hernandez and the hitter here. Count remains 2-2. Two balls, two strikes. And there's a swing and a miss. A big first out here. Out number one with bases loaded. A big out by David Hernandez. One away here now, bases loaded. Batting for the Buffaloes is number 4. Hernandez looks in and the batter calls time. Hernandez steps off the mound. Now he's ready. Looking for that all-important second out, maybe turn 2 here. In there for a strike. You can hear the glove pop underneath. Hernandez threw that one extremely hard. 0-1 the count. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Just outside, ball 1. 1-1 the count. Here's the 1-1 pitch.
Go, David!
And that's a hard hit ball, and that's in the right field. 1 run will score, and everybody else is held up. So Buffaloes go up 4-1 now. So the Buffaloes get that run they gave up. They get that one back, and they're still bases loaded here with 1 away.
Now there's 6 out. Zach Martinez.
First pitch was called strike. 0-1 the count. Here in the bottom of the 4th. Eagles with 3 at-bats remaining. So they have to limit the Buffaloes to any runs here. Here's the pitch, and that's a hard hit ball, foul. And then this comes set. Here's the pitch. A be foul ball, strike 2. Low ball. 2-2 the count. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 away, bases loaded. Buffalo's up 4-1 now. And that's a hard hit ball to center field. And it's dropped. It's dropped, and that's going to allow 2 runs to score. And now the Eagles throw the ball away, and that's going to allow 2 more runs to score. So, bases clearing. Ball is dropped in center field. A nice effort, and then the Eagles throw the ball in. And it gets away from the infielders. Got to have another one to score. So that's going to make it 7-1 now, and that's going to bring up Panyao, the runner on third. Coach Mendoza is going to call time and make a visit to the mound. So the Eagles, due to 2 costly mistakes, gave up 3 runs when it looked like it was going to be the second out. Turned into a bases clearing 3 runs for the Buffaloes. Coach Mendoza breaks up the meeting on the mound. Now we're ready to go. Hernandez steps back on the rubber. Now a 7-1 ball game. Runner on third, 1 away. So the air bug has bitten the Eagles this inning. And that's going to be another base hit in the left, and that's going to be another RBI, making it 8-1 for the runner on first. And Grant coming up to bat.
First baseman, number 7, R.J. Grant.
Grant, both his time's up. No, ball 1, 1-0 the count. In there for a strike. 1-1 the count. One ball, 1 strike. 8-1. The Eagle Pass find themselves down by 7 runs. Ball gets past Reese. He's able to throw down to second, but not in time. Safe at second. Here's the pitch to Grant. That's called strike. 1-2 the count. Hernandez checks his runner at second. Let's go. Ball 2, 2-2 the count. That's ball 4. So Grant's going to get on via the walk. Now you have runners at first and second still with only one away.
Now batting catcher, number 3, Aiden Gutierrez.
That'll bring up the catcher for the Buffaloes, Aiden Gutierrez. Eagles trying to get out of this inning. After being down only 3-1 at the beginning of this inning, they find themselves down 7-1 now. Here's the pitch. That's going to be high, ball 1. So Herrera trying to find his groove again and locate the strike zone. Here's the pitch by Herrera. And that's going to be a fly ball to left field. Left fielder gets chased, and he makes the catch, and that's going to be the second out. Nice pitch by Herrera. Jammed the batter, and a harmless pop-up to left field. So now there are 2 away. Runners on first and second. And that's going to bring up the second baseman, Dotson. David gets set. Checks his runner at second. Here's the pitch. Here we go. Ball 1. 1-0 the count. One ball, no strikes. And then again, checks his runner at second. Comes set. Throws back down to second. Runner back in time. Here's the pitch. And that's hit hard to right field. Right fielder gets chased, and it falls in. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. And the ball gets away from the third baseman. So that's going to be inside the park home run, and that's going to be a 2-1, 10-1 deficit for the Eagles. And Coach Mendoza is going to call time again. Looks like we're going to have a pitching change. Manuel Mata coming in for the Eagles. Looking to get that ever elusive third out. Bases have been cleared by the deep hit to right field, plus the throwing error. Now the inside side the park home run, or you give him a triple in the error. I got him to score. So now it's up to Mata to try to get the 2 outs here. Eagles find themselves down 10-1. Here in the bottom of the 4th. If the Eagles can't score their next at bat, there will be a 10-run rule and the game will be over. So it's up to Mata to hold the Buffaloes here, and the Eagles trying to get something going at the plate. Just like the error bug bit the Buffaloes last night, I guess the same bug traveled to Jourdanton and bit the Eagles. Out of the 11 runs scored by the Buffalo, 4 are earned. The rest are unearned runs.
Now back for the Buffalo, number 18, Ethan Dodge.
And that's going to bring up number 18, Dodge, for the Bulldogs. Ball 1, 1-0 the count. Swing and a miss, 1-1 the count. Swing, 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Mata's not playing around here. He's just throwing fastballs right down the middle, trying to get the Eagles out of this inning. Outside, 2-2 the count. Two balls, 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2 pitch by Mata. He'll be able to stay alive. Foul tip. Count remains 2-2. That's going to be a strikeout looking, and finally the bottom of the 4th comes to the end. The Eagles went in trailing 3-1. Now they find themselves down 11-1 with a threat. If they don't score here in the top of the 5th, that'll be the 10-run rule, and this ball game will be over. So let's get the rally hats going, get the Eagles up to bat, trailing by 10. Here, top of the fifth, 11-1. Inside pitch. 1 ball, no strikes. Moragas digs in. Here's the pitch from White. In there for a strike. 1-1 the count. With David Hernandez on deck. Here's the 1-1 pitch. In there for a strike. 1-2. Curveball got the outside part of the plate. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Moragas. Just missed. 2-2 the count. Moragas steps out. Now he's ready to go. 2-2 the count. Nobody out. Top of the fifth inning. Eagles down 11-1. And that's a fly ball. Foul out of play. Count remains, goes to 1-2 now. Again, going into the fourth inning, this was a 3-1 ball game. The Eagles were down by 2. And that quickly got out of hand and turned into an 11-1 game going into the top of the fifth. Here's the pitch. And that's a swing and a miss, and that's the first out of the top of the fifth inning. And that's going to bring up the current pitcher for the Eagles, David Hernandez. Again, game 3, an elimination game for both teams. Winner moves on in the playoffs. Loser season is over. That's going to be a ball inside. 1-0 the count. One ball, no strikes. It's going to be a little grounder foul. 1-1 the count. The opposing pitcher for White has gone the whole game. We're in the fifth inning. He has gotten in trouble, but has been able to get out of it. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Pitcher steps off. Now he's set. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And that's a hard hit ball, and it's in play. Hernandez round second. He's going to hold up at second with a stand-up double. So the Eagles still breathing life here. Need to get that runner home from second to keep this game going. Mayen steps in now. He'll be followed by the first baseman Garcia for the Eagles. Needing to get that run home to keep this game going. Trailing by 10 right now. Mayen sets up. Inside, ball 1, 1-0 the count. Field over the short on the first. In time for the second out. The shortstop with a great play. And he's a young man that has made great plays, but has thrown the ball away going to first. This time, a pinpoint throw to first, and that's the 2 out. So now the Eagles down to their last out if they can't get that runner home from second. in the form of Garcia and DJ Aranda on deck. Low ball 1-0 the count. And that ball smoked. And it's caught in deep center for the third out. And that's the ball game, folks. That ball, I thought it was out of here, but it was caught in deep center. And your Eagles are going to fall 11-1 and 5. And unfortunately, a great season by the Eagles comes to an end today in Jourdanton, Texas. 2-1 at the hands of the Samuel Clemens Buffaloes once again. So, good season by the Eagles. They have nothing to be ashamed of. Hold their heads low about. They gave it all they had. Just there were some errors that hurt them, and like I said, congratulations to the Eagles.